Is this thing on? Yep, it's on. Hey guys and girls, it's your girl Judy O, aka Greenfire Motivation, and I am excited because it is Motivation Monday. It's Motivation Monday. It's Motivation Monday. Okay, so I hope you guys are having an awesome Monday. It's a little bit early in the morning, so you may be up, you may not be up. Whenever you hear this video, I just want to wish you a very happy Monday and a very productive day. And so, Greenfire Motivation has a question for you as always. The question is, when is the last time you made a mistake? When is the last time you made a mistake? So while you think about that, I just want to say, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a returning supporter, thank you so much for coming and watching these videos, and thank you for your comments. Without you, there would be no reason for the channel, right? So once again, this is your girl, Greenfire Motivation, aka Judy O, on the Greenfire Motivation channel. And the purpose of this channel is to empower you to take action and to take control of your life. So by all means, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, because you want to share this video with anyone you think it may help. Okay? And so the question once again was, when is the last time you made a mistake? Okay, so there are three things that I want to leave with you. Three things, three items, three thoughts, however you want to term it, that I want to leave with you today to ponder on for Motivation Monday. Okay, so the topic of this Motivation Monday is someone is waiting on you to ... Someone is waiting on you to ... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you three things to fill in the blank of the ... So the first thing is, someone is waiting for you to make a mistake. Someone is waiting for you to make a mistake. And I don't mean that in a bad way. When I say they're waiting on you to make a mistake, that means that you are somehow going to impact someone else's life because of the mistake that you made today. That means that at some point in time, you're going to do something that you probably shouldn't have done, and you're going to learn a lesson from it. And so the first thing I want you to remember is someone is waiting on you to make that mistake. So if it's bound to happen at some point or another, okay? Second thing, someone is waiting on you to learn from your mistake. Someone is waiting on you to learn from your mistake. So once you make that mistake, it's very important for you to figure out what you learned from the lesson. Why? Because if you haven't learned a lesson, that means you don't even realize you made a mistake. If you don't realize that, if you haven't learned anything from it, you didn't realize that you made a mistake. So someone is waiting for you, number one, to make the mistake. Then someone is waiting for you to learn the mistake. To learn from the mistake. Okay? Now the third piece actually puts it all together. Okay? So the third thing is, someone is waiting for you to walk them through the process. Someone is waiting for you to walk them through the process of, one, making the mistake, and two, learning from the mistake. Okay, so there are three types of learners. As a teacher, this is one of the things that I learned. There's the auditory learner, there's the visual learner, and then there's the hands-on learner, right? Okay, so let me take that back. So we have the visual, the auditory, and the hands-on. So obviously visual is they see it, they learn it, okay? Then auditory is they hear it, they learn it. So if they're listening to an audio book or if they're listening to something on a tablet, okay? And then the hands-on is the person that has to touch something in order to learn, okay? So this is what I want you to understand. For the visual learner, you have to help them to visualize the mistake. Okay, you have to show them a way to look through your eyes at the mistake as it's made. So basically, you're telling them the story about how you made the mistake. For an auditory learner, you have to use details in the descriptions on what happened during that mistake and what you learned from that mistake. Okay. And then for the hands-on person, the hands-on learner, you have to literally hold their hand and walk them through every visual and every auditory and ultimately through the actual mistake itself. Like, you have to make it a lifelike scenario to actually knock them upside the head to get them to understand why what they did was a mistake and the what they need to learn from it. Okay? So, this is the thing. I'll put my notes down. Somebody is waiting on you to make that mistake because that's how we learn. You know, trial and error is a very big deal. Anything that has to do with medical breakthroughs, trial and error. Now, me personally, I believe that God is the reason for all breakthroughs. But I'm just saying, on top of that, faith without works is dead. So if we didn't have people going into the laboratories to try to figure stuff out in order to heal different things on our bodies and so forth, then what would be the point of a research lab, right? Okay, trial and error. You know, I don't... Kitty Hawk, that's where the first plane was flown. But as we know, there were some people that were jumping off the cliffs with wooden wings on their back, right? Okay, so that's how we learn. A lot of times we learn through mistakes. You know, people can tell us the things that they've been through, but until we actually experience it ourselves, it's just them telling us. Unfortunately, there are scenarios where you can tell a child not to touch the stove because it's hot. And there's some children who won't touch the stove because they believe what you said. Then there's the children who, they heard what you said, but they still gotta touch the stove, right? So what happens? They learn that, oh, it really was hot. Oh, that was a mistake. So what did they learn? I should have listened the first time, right? Okay. But the thing about it is, everybody's going to make a mistake at one point or another. And while I'm not a fan of saying we're human, that's what we actually are. And so being able to make those mistakes is how we teach others not to make those mistakes. If they decide to make those mistakes after we've told them, then, you know, it kind of is what it is. But they can't say, you didn't tell me. Unfortunately, there are so many scenarios where people made mistakes and they didn't tell the children about it. Or they made mistakes and they didn't tell other family members about it. They didn't tell their parents about it. And then it's just like when the mistake is finally revealed, you know, it's like, well, why didn't you tell me? And, you know, people can come up with all kinds of reasons why they wouldn't tell somebody else about a mistake. You know, whether it's embarrassment, whether it's shame, whether it's fear of how that person is going to react. But either way, you got to do what you got to do. This is Green Fire Motivation, a.k.a. Judy O. I'll see you guys on Wordivation Wednesday.